Final Destination is directed by James Wong. This is a horror mystery thriller film. This movie stars Devon Sawa as Alex Browning, Ali Larder as Claire Rivers, Kerr Smith as Carter Horton, Kristen Cloak as Miss Valerie Luton, and Sean William Scott as Billy Hitchcock. This film is rated R for violence, terror, and language. I would say this would be okay for anyone that's 18 years of age and older, but no one below that age. This film has a runtime of 1 hour and 38 minutes. Final Destination was released in theaters in the United States on Friday, March 17th, 2000. Alex Browning is a senior at Mount Abram High School in the fictional town of Mount Abram, New York, just a short distance from New York City. Alex and a fairly large group of seniors are about to go on the annual senior class field trip to Paris, France. Alex boards Bali Airlines Flight 180 with his classmates and teachers. Before takeoff, Alex has a premonition that the plane would explode in mid-air, killing everyone on board. After the events from his vision began to repeat themselves in reality, Alex panicked and attempted to stop the flight. However, his warning fell on deaf ears. Carter believed that Alex was making the whole thing up as a joke and attacked him, which ultimately led to a handful of passengers being removed from the plane. While waiting at the airport, Alex and the others who were removed from the plane witnessed the plane explode from the terminal gate window, just as Alex predicted. A few days later, the survivors of the plane crash who were removed start dying off in different strange ways and accidents. Alex and the others who are still alive must find out why this is happening before they become death's next victims. Okay, so that's the synopsis of Final Destination. Here are my negatives for this film. Some of the death scenes are very gory and graphic, especially Todd's and Miss Luton's death scenes. I thought they could have cut down on the gore, especially Miss Luton's. That was just, that was a horrific death. And yeah, that was a little too much for me. I mean, I've probably seen worse in other shows and movies, but man, that, A few other characters such as Billy, Miss Luton, and Terry are very annoying and stupid characters. There was one specific scene in the film that in my opinion should have been left out of this film. Just before boarding the plane, Alex and his best friend Todd are in the restroom, both doing their number 2 business, and there's this overhead shot that slowly pans down to show them right side up sitting on the toilet. I mean, come on. Think about that. There was no reason at all for that scene or that particular shot. It had nothing to do with the plot of the story. If I had been the actor for that scene when reading the script, I would have fought hard to get that scene removed, or else I would not have signed on to the movie. So, yeah, I mean, totally useless scene and totally gross scene. I don't need to see someone doing their business. I don't get pleasure out of that, and I'm sure there's quite a lot of people in this world who don't get pleasure out of seeing people do what they need to do in the restroom. So, you know, there you go. Then there's the asshole of the film, Carter, who's pretty much a royal jerk throughout the entire film until he finally believes Alex. I'm guessing that he's supposed to be the school's jock bully. So I've run into a few of those in my time back when I was in high school, and they're not fun people to be around. So those are my negatives. Here are my positives for the film. Overall, the story was really good. It could have used some touch-ups here and there, but overall, the story was very good, and it was a very good idea for a film. The way the colors in the film don't really stand out, everything is sort of washed out, and it gives the movie this really creepy, ominous feeling that really works. I enjoyed the main 2 characters, Alex Browning and Claire Rivers. They were really interesting characters. They were characters who were smart and not dumb or whiny. They worked together to try and overcome what was happening to them in the film. Plus, the 2 actors who portrayed them as these characters, they had really good on-screen chemistry. And that means a lot, especially in a film where there's like 2 or more people working together. You got to have good on-screen chemistry or it just doesn't work at all. The film is very realistic looking, and it even utilized some real news footage from a real plane crash. The sets and locations are great and real looking as well. This film was shot both in studio and on location, and you can't even tell what is shot in the studio and then what is shot on location because it all blends together so well. The effects used in this film are practical, and they used models and miniatures. They used live casts of the actors' bodies for certain scenes, which you can't even tell where they are used in the film. The only CGI that was used in the film was used for the blackness aura that you sometimes see when death is near one of the characters. The score music was really good and really creepy and thrilling. What is awesome about this score is that the score is composed and conducted by Shirley Walker, who is mainly known for her scores for Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, and for the 1991 TV series The Flash starring John Wesley Shipp. She does great work, and this was no different. Her themes and her music in this was just outstanding. The way that the filmmakers came up for each character's death scenes were very real, but they made them suspenseful, to which you never know when it was supposed to happen until it does, which leaves us, the audience members, in total shock. This is not the first time I've seen this movie. I saw this movie growing up because my brother rented it a lot, but I think I only watched it once with him, and I didn't remember anything about it. I mean, all this was completely new to me again. Okay, those are my positives, and now it's grading time. I'm going to give Final Destination a C+. This is a film I would watch again, probably if it came on TV or like on a rainy day or late night, but it's not one that I would add to my movie collection unless it was given to me as a gift or something. The film does keep you on the edge of your seat, and it is worth the watch if you have not seen it. I do want to see the rest of the film series to see if the sequels are any good or if they're just horse shit like a lot of horror sequels are. Yeah, I enjoyed this one. It's just not one I would add to my collection. Okay, that's it for this video. I thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to say good night, God bless, I love all of you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.